Let's take a look at this. You know who you are, you submitted this, right? What do we think about this particular product? This seems to be a quadrangle volleyball net. I'm gonna go say, can't you get that in Costco? You might, but it's not in every single brick and mortar store across the globe. Okay, because remember, brick and mortar saturation is characterized by literally being as common as an umbrella, right? Being in every single brick and mortar store, being in maybe Sam's Club, Costco, Publix, Tim Hortons, right? Far and few between. That does not deem saturation. We're going to talk about the products, and then we're going to talk about actually getting the actual product sent. Okay. So first and foremost, this is a great example, okay, of an outdoor experience product. A great example, phenomenal example. Also, notice the trend, ladies and gents. Is this based off of an age-old experience or an age-old movement or an age-old sport that's been successful and proven for years and years and years? Absolutely, it has. Okay, absolutely, it has. Now, Jacob says, looks a little flimsy if the product breaks, but some people demand returns. So for sure, but keep in mind, we don't want to go too in depth. We can always get the product made better if it takes off. Very differential compared to traditional volleyball. Okay, high perceived value. Okay, but there's a few points that I want to bring up here. Okay, high perceived value, right? It's the entire kit, right? It's great margin because you'll be able to sell this for a higher price. This would be going for at least 130 to 150 bucks. Okay. Pricing like that is warranted. Okay. I'd rather you be as inexpensive as you can get. If you're 120 out the door, you could get yours. I don't think you'd be 120 out the door. You might find yourself between 1570 out the door, 1580 out the door. You could get this product between 125, 130, and a lot of the actual cases as well. But there's a few things to realize here. Okay. The few things to realize here, guys. Okay. This product specifically, and hold on, as I explain, guys, let me explain a little bit as I go through here, guys. As you go through and understand that this product is big, okay, and this product actually has a few things that we might want to look into. First and foremost, I would say this looks like pretty big. Okay, this looks big. We have the poles that I hope are breakdown, which they look like they are. I think Tanya said that the poles are breakdown, which will allow you to have bendable poles and folding net, which will enable the shipping to not be the worst thing in the world. Okay, I remember I was shipping out huge catering tents, and that wasn't even the worst thing, right? This is going to be a lot easier than shipping out catering tents, right? So elephant in the room is, oh, shipping costs and expensive shipping goods because it's so heavy. It's not over the top heavy for a product like this, because you're also going to be charging anywhere from 130 to 150 for a good like this. Okay, getting extra expensive on this product. This is top line expensive for what we're trying to do. So shipping, we can make it work. The whole point with this product, before we even move on, guys, like you see volleyball to this product, outdoor experience compared to like just general experience, right? This really does hit all the nails on the head, right? And if you can see how this refreshes the game, even though volleyball is literally older than our grandparents, the idea is still proven and very successful. And we put a brand new, unique piece on it. There's there's going to be a lot of other actual listings on here, Steve, that you'll be able to see other sales on as well. For me personally, I've done research elsewhere on Amazon, etc., for this product, and I saw some other goods, and people seem to really like it. So even though there's no reviews or actual orders on here, that's not mandatory. So I'm still going to say I love the product, right? And you'll probably be able to find others with orders, etc., as well. Enrique goes, while it provides a good experience and unique, the lack of any sales and the base/shipping costs would have had me closing the tab immediately. 100%. And right, one of the biggest things to realize here is there's other people that sell this item that also have orders, etc. So you can find one that has orders, etc. But this just passes too easily for me to where I don't even have to do any additional research. I love the product. I see other competitors selling it and doing well on Google. And I think this is a phenomenal item to put into the mix of your marketing because it's a literal exact outdoor experience item that I would fall in love with. Perfect item to sell. I love it and does great based off what I see do online. Now, next item. How do we feel about this particular product? Let me know down below. Okay, this link that was provided, okay, I want you to make sure that this is the actual pricing, right? Because if this is, I don't believe it is, okay? But disregarding that, okay, we're going to go through a few points here, okay? It's broad, okay? It's definitely broad. okay? But definitely a pinpoint market. Okay, a pinpoint market. Okay, it's for hunting, bird watching, things of that nature. Okay, outdoorsmen. Okay, massive market, huge market. And we've actually had students in the past do exceptionally well with items like these. Okay, now, oftentimes I would come out of the woodworks, right, and be very, very weird about a product like this, right? Because a product like this is not primarily getting you like a real, like tangible end results. The end result could be you saw the bird, you saw, and that was the goal, or you saw, the animal and you got the shot off, whatever it may be, right? But it's important to realize that items like this, right, it's a very specific type of buyer, okay? Now, very widespread, okay? Very widespread want, also need for some people as well, okay? What I recommend with this product, I encourage doing homework on the material used here, okay? Okay, because what's important with a product like this is that you just genuinely understand, okay, that there are going to be other products out there that do the same thing. You're going to capture people who are in the market by having a better zoom, by having a better kind of focus, okay? Items like this do very well, okay? They do very well online. They're very high perceived value. The markets are big. They are just not women dominated, okay, which is a big thing for me. Okay, but I'm not going to go out and say that this item can't work, because I remember students doing well with very similar items to these. Okay, now it's also high perceived value. We have good amount of order count. We have good amount of reviews, which is great. Okay, now, this is a telescope, right? So people who buy this, they know it's going to come with complexity to zoom in and things of that nature. But my whole reasoning and point here is it's very high perceived value. It could do very well, but you're going to have to really showcase the differentiations from this product, comparing it to everything else out there. Okay, I do not want you selling this if it's just like everything else. Okay, you need to do research and come up with real marketing angles as to why this is a better option than me buying the other one out there, or the other 20 that are down here. Okay, what makes this one different than these other 20? Okay, I don't want you to think, oh, the market's saturated. No, okay, the market actually is very, very potent. It does very, very well, this market specifically. Okay, it really, really does. Okay, but you need to really, really have yourself focus on the differentiations. And that comes hand in hand with the type of zoom, what the lens is made out of, what this is made out of, okay, what it's best used for, the portability, why it's better, okay, which is so, so, so important. So guys, we had this torch that we were selling, doing 150 grand a month with, right? That was actually another tactical brand that we own, okay? I've had many tactical brands. Okay, and what's cool, what made that particular tactical brand such a winner, and we did such great numbers with it, because what Kai said literally is the fact. It literally was it was the same as everything, but the only differentiation was the fact that the actual light torch was that much more powerful. That was the differentiation, right? So if you have something, and also shout out to my guys who put high-powered flashlights on this session. Okay, the differentiation and what you need with that product is that it's just genuinely that much more powerful than every other flashlight available. That's the true difference. Okay, very cool. Tony goes, this does attach to smartphones. The attachment comes with the kit. There you go, right? Smartphone attachments do phenomenal with products like this, right? I'd also say the one-off ones that don't have the smartphone attachment also can do well. This one comes with smartphone attachment, right? Rika says, what would you sell this for? Prices are all over the place. Do your homework, right? Do research on Google, see the competition, right? Items like this could be sold anywhere from 50 to $100, right? And you could have a great margin. Look at the competition selling the similar one as you and see exactly what they're retailing out for as well. You want to be the guy that has Honda prices at the Tesla dealership. If you walk into the astrology store or the telescope store, you already know you're about to drop a pretty penny. You want to be the guy or the gal who sells telescopes for the discounted amount. You want to be selling Teslas for the Honda pricing. Obviously, that's like, yeah, Justin, like, obviously I'd sell a freaking Tesla at a Honda price and people would buy it, duh. But the whole ideology here is you want to get involved in markets that people are already okay with paying more for. So if I walk into a Tesla dealership and they're already okay with paying 70, 80 grand, and I tell them, nope, today it's 60 grand, I'm making the sale. because I walked into the damn store. I got into the niche. I got into the market where people are already okay with shelling out more money, which is why I focus on high perceived value experience goods, because people know they value the experience more than they value money. One of the tactical brands that I have, my product is like $65. You can't find a product that does what my product does as good as mine, okay, for anything less than like $400 to $500, and then like $1,000, right? So me having a product that gets the job done at like $65, right? And there's another product out there that does the same thing. Maybe it's a little bit higher quality material, but someone who's looking to shop on a budget, they don't want to pay the $300, $400, $500. I got into a market that people are already okay with paying $300, $400, $500 for, with a product that gets the end result done just as good, not better, just as good, but for literally like a fraction of the cost. And it does well, and the brand's like 3 years old, right? Because it is in a market where people are naturally always willing to spend more because of the generalization and consistency of high-priced products in that market for years in the past, right? That's how you want to think, right? When you think like that, you're like, holy shit, I could sell all these products are this expensive, and everyone's trying to sell these products at this price point. If I focus, and obviously the caveat is, well, you might not be able to find a product, okay, that's cheaper. But newsflash, oftentimes you will. So wipe whatever limiting belief you have in your head as to why you can't find a cheaper product, okay, and throw it out the window, because you can, okay? Getting involved in places that they overcharge already are the best places to find these goods. Cosmetics, okay, outdoor experience itself, literal tactical goods, anything that automatically has an expensive stain to it when you just say the niche in the market is a product, is a niche that you want to venture in to find goods like this. All right, and that's the ideology there. And that's why this item I like, right? And that's why I also want you to understand those points, and why I always say focus on products that have a little bit higher pricing and a little bit higher perceived value, because there's a fine line between someone being like down to buy it, and just deciding if they want to buy it from you, right? So think about that, guys.